Woo! Here we go. As one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Cold one. Here in Maryland for a couple more hours, getting back to Florida tonight. Whew! Probably should have worn a glove. See, the difference is yesterday the sun was out and I was able to, maintain, but it's this cold weather. I ain't really used to it like that. I gotta get it together out there in South Florida so I can bring the family out to South Florida at a nice warm Thanksgiving. All right. So as far as today's Move Swiftly thought, I gotta follow up with something I meant to talk about yesterday, but I got sidetracked with some of the things that I had seen and was doing as I was around family and all that kind of stuff. And it's this idea of being governed by God. So it was 2 days ago now. I think about 3. Yeah, it was about 2 days ago. This is Friday. So 3 days ago, Monday. Did it Monday, so 5 days ago. 5 days ago, I went and got a haircut at my normal spot out in West Palm Beach. Shout out to Black. He lines me up pretty well. Is really professional in regards to how he does things and gets things done and all that kind of stuff, right? So I remember towards the end of the haircut, and understand this is a barbershop. We argue, yes, but for the most part, the arguments in my experience when it comes to me, it's more so about sports and maybe some celebrity news, something like that. Sports, really primarily sports though. That's usually what I engage in when we're talking about barbershop. But seeing that we're in this political season, politics kind of can come up and creep in to your barbershop arguments, barbershop conversation, all that kind of stuff. So, it's towards the end of the workout and Black goes, now that we have an idiot for a president. And, again, if you've listened to me in the past, I actually voted for that idiot. I was an advocate. I publicly endorsed that quote unquote idiot that is currently in office. And I could have went into a back and forth with him. I could have went to a back and forth with him at that moment and, kind of ruined, or let's not say ruined, but kind of brought a tense moment to the argument, or tense moment to the barbershop. And it was in the middle of the day and I didn't feel like going back and forth. So as he continued to repeat himself, now he didn't just say it once, he said it multiple times. He wanted me to hear it. He didn't want me to brush it off because I guess he wanted to kind of start a conversation. Now, the thing is, sports wise, we agree on certain things. Like we agree LeBron is the GOAT and all that kind of stuff. But when we're talking politics, morning, brother, morning. We're talking, he obviously doesn't know my opinion on politics and all that, or he probably wouldn't have brought it up because it just wasn't the right time and all that kind of stuff. So kept saying, he goes, we got an idiot as a president, right? And I'm like, he was pushing me in there. And then I subtly said, it wasn't much better the other way, I said it in a charismatic way. It's like, yeah, but if you look at the other candidate, it's not like you're getting anything out of that one either. And then that's when he sort of agreed and, we kind of agreed to let things go. But he said something at the end of that, which is where I want to get you guys to, because regardless of your political differences and who you believe in religiously or whatever it is, whatever the disagreement may be. I mean, religion may not be the best example, but in terms of just whatever you may not agree with in terms of what somebody else says and things like that, he said something that was very powerful and I want to repeat it for you. He said, you know what? I'm in God's hands, regardless of it, regardless of who's in office. I'm always going to be in God's hands. And I advise you, I encourage every last one of you to take that mentality in life. First of all, understand when it's appropriate to go in a back and forth with somebody and, use your discernment in terms of when it might be the right time to go get into an argument, have a disagreement, or kind of add fuel to the fire in conversation. If you look at how I adjusted it, I just said, you know what, that's your opinion. I didn't want to get into a back and forth, but I subtly said, hey, it wasn't better with the other candidate. And then we found a place in which we were able to agree and, just move on from the haircut and not get into all these battles and this back and forth that so many people who, if you would learn to use your ability to communicate, if you learn to use some empathy, you can avoid a lot of disagreements. All right. So I have a lot more on this, but again, I am freezing my ass off out here. So I'm gonna cut myself off now. Let's stay tuned in a couple of minutes, and about a couple of minutes, I'll be jumping on a live stream and kind of taking you through an episode that I titled Loyal to the Soil, where I'm talking about a lot of the experience and the things that I've learned as we approach a rivalry week in college football, all right? Main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work, makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. One-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one, Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. Check it out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.